Hey, it's Jabo. Welcome to BrickTsar. In this video, I'm going to just do a quick recap of Atlanta BrickCon and do a haul. I didn't really get that much at Atlanta BrickCon, but I want to thank Atlanta Brick Company, who I guess I'm going to put this as paid promotion, even though the only thing I got paid was they gave me this shirt, which they sell for about $20. It's from Atlanta Brick Company, not to be confused with Atlanta BrickCon. This hashtag broke reminded me of the last video I ever did on this channel that got over 100,000 views, the brittle blue one. I need to do more videos like that, I guess. But uh, Ryan, M&R Productions, talked to Chris, and we went by there, and he helped me to get this shirt. So thanks, Chris, from Atlanta BrickCon. And then later, I went by there. Actually, I can't remember if it was later or at the same time, but I think it was later. Uh, I went to get these watches, which they apparently at some point got a stash of this failed watch theme. When did this come out? In the early 2000s? 1999. I was even older than I thought. So they got several of the different ones, but those watches are a little misleading. This is not on Atlanta Brick Company, it's on Lego. They're a little misleading because they'll say things like, one of them says Time Cruiser. There's a picture of like a stake in the ground. It's not Time Cruisers, it's Time Cruiser. But these say Paradisa. And I may have already had the smaller one. I can't remember. But they say Paradisa on the side. And I'm like, are these really Paradisa? They are got the more like the girl colors. But yeah, these things are so old now. They include. Oh, I hope I didn't lose them. Atlanta Brick Company. When you buy these from them, they give you the watch batteries because after 25 years, those batteries will be dead and probably corroded. Who knows? I don't know if the little batteries corrode. So they gave me the batteries with the purchase. Now, the shirt was a gift from Atlanta Brick Co. But I did buy these with a 10. They gave me 10% off. I guess that's the BrickTsar discount because they weren't running a sale, but he gave me 10% off. But they have these on their Bricklink store and probably online at their shop. So yeah, now I'm Paradisa. I'm hoping this makes me Paradisa complete. I'm sure there's a few other things I'll find that I don't have, but they gave me some of their stickers. United Brick Co. since they're having a store now in Orlando. And there's the Georgia space logo, Atlanta Brick Co. And then another Brick Co. sticker. So these might could go on the Pink Bucket Nation bucket that I always seem to lose. All right, so thank you, Chris, for the shirt. Hashtag broke. Because it's one of those double meaning shirts because, you know, the brittle blues, reds, browns, no, dark reds, reddish browns, blues in particular break. But also when you buy Lego, you get broke. But I did very good. So this was the most expensive purchase I made over the weekend at the convention was those watches. I also bought this at the yard sale. This is the only thing I bought at the yard sale, and I felt bad because they were selling this for $10. And I didn't want a vendor to buy it because the vendor would turn around and sell it for 50. So I bought that. Yeah, in fact, it still has the price sticker on the side, $10. So I went ahead and got that, and I won this. This is the Year of the Dragon. So the first day that I went there was on Friday, and they had a raffle. They had other raffles, but the raffle. I won this dragon, and I went ahead and signed it. It says to BrickTsar from Atlanta Brick Convention. I wrote it on there with my Sharpie. I took a Sharpie, but no, I didn't sign. But I think one brick the whole time I was there. But anyway, I had fun, and so every time I go to a Lego convention, I end up spending most of my time yapping my mouth and not filming a lot of footage. So I enjoyed that, and that's what I really enjoy is just talking to the people. I'm a man of the people. So I had my tipper truck. I took, which I still haven't reassembled. I'm probably going to keep it in the box for a little while. In fact, I made an adjustment to the wheels, which was this was the first time I revealed it. And then after the convention was over, I'm like, I meant to use the 4x4 round brick instead of the 2x2 round brick. So it's going to have another iteration. I'm going to fix that, and I do want to hopefully get other vehicles going from the 6 times the size build. But I appreciated everyone that came by and saw the tipper truck. I got some little trinkets that went with it, different ones like Timmy Owl and Double King bricks. I got a giant pile of cheese. Uh, and then there was another little building thing. I'm not sure what it was, but I really appreciate the people that come by and talk to me when I was there. Because I wasn't there a lot, because I like to walk around and just be out among the people and looking at the trains. I love trains. So the convention I thought was good. It was good. I would have liked, if anything, I suggest is maybe having cushions for the people that are standing behind their or sitting behind their mocks and stuff, because it's rough on your feet standing on concrete. But but overall, I mean, I thought the spacing was good. The variety of people that were there was really nice, and I enjoyed seeing the SC Bricks, the South Carolina lug there that had a large train layout going around their cities that they had there. So I spent a lot of time looking at that and filming the trains. I've already put a video over on Trains Are Fun of some of that, and I got more to upload that I may do separate videos for that. And then what else? Oh, of course, I spent a lot of time looking at Daniel's stuff and Brian's bricks, and Daniel Double King bricks. They had the Lego Island references, and Daniel had the Seatron. And over there, that was Peach Lug. You know, you had the Pink Bucket Nation Castle over there. You had Keith Straw with the amazing Bat Cave. There was a lot. I mean, that was the cool kids table. And then there was another section for the Peach Lug where the moon base was, and the city, and the train, and things like that. And I enjoyed, and this might be a separate video, but Andrew, I always enjoy talking to Andrew, who's in the Peach Lug. He usually has a giant interstate system, which is a very overwhelming task to set up, I do believe. He didn't bring it this time. He focused on other things, and he had the M-Tron roller coaster, and I thoroughly enjoyed the M-Tron roller coaster. He was struggling the first couple of days or during the setup, and then they used WD-40, and the thing worked like magic. So he's going to use a different thing instead of WD-40 to lubricate the wheels. But it was amazing how much faster it went when it was lubricated. But yeah, the M-Tron roller coaster was neat. And of course, I think I mentioned all the moon-based stuff is always neat to see over there. And then Dana I almost missed it because it was at the front. And I came in the front, and then you get so overwhelmed by seeing the Union Pacific locomotive that Mark Staffa did, which I did a video on that. But around that section was some more things that Dana did, which he had the giant David Bowie mosaic, but there was the micro scale complete Lego Space Classic Space in micro scale, and that was really neat to see. And I think I want to try to do something similar with micro scale vintage 4-wide vehicles. So the one thing, they don't make a short enough bar. He used a red 3-length bar to do the wheels, because on the old vintage, much like the tipper truck, they have the wheels that have the red stud through them, and so he used the red bar and then put the 1x1 round plates with a hole in them to make like the wheels, and it was a really neat little detail on those things. But that was neat to see. And so there were so many other people. There was the guy that had the black and white bell. He called it Belleville. That was Lego Star. he had that, and I'll probably do videos and talk a little bit more about the displays of other things that were there. The person next to me, she had a lenticular Mickey and Minnie mosaic, which lend itself very well to my tipper truck sneaking into other people's videos. Because they'd look at it from both sides. And so if they were filming it, when they get to this side, you can see the tipper truck. So that was pretty cool. Uh, oh, so they did have other activities. I did not participate in any of like the challenges or the builds, but they did have some of those things going on. I think next time I might like to do the speed build or something like that. But that was for the exhibitors, not during the, they had activities obviously for the public during the public days, but I'm talking strictly about exhibitor activities. The yard sale was a lot of people there at the yard sale, but it was disappointing for me, not because nothing against what anybody brought, but I'm so spoiled by cheap ass bricks when he brings stuff to conventions, because he'll have so many vintage complete / incomplete sets. Just it's a free for all when he's there. So I miss seeing something like that at the yard sale. But it was mostly recent gifts with purchases and sealed sets. Was much like this. With a lot of what was there, and some people selling minifigures. Other things I enjoyed, again, like I said, talking to the people, talking to Ryan M&R Productions. He was always very accommodating to all the people, the kids and adults coming up and getting autographs, and just talking to different ones like the Lego Masters, Tim and Tim. I really enjoyed talking to both of them. Got a separate video about Tim Howell's stuff. The show, it went by pretty fast, so which is good, and there were a lot of people there. I had a workmate showed up. He came. He also had come when we went to Brick Fair, Alabama, the last show. That well, hopefully me appearing at Atlanta BrickCon won't cause it to go extinct like it did Brick Fair, Alabama. But no, I appreciate my workmate Keith coming by and his wife, and met a lot of different people that came up to me. And thank you. And if you ever see me at one of these things, do come up to me and say hey, and ask for a signed brick. I should bring more stuff. I saw people like Ryan. He had tiles. Tim had tiles that he was giving out. So I need to do something like that the next time I go to one of these shows. So yeah, there was that. The nightlight thing they did for the exhibitors, where they turn off the light or tried to turn off the lights. I think that was disappointing for everybody because it wasn't any fault of Atlanta BrickCon. It was just because of safety reasons. They were not able to get it as dark as everybody would have liked. So there was one side of the building that was a little darker. So I guess the thing to know next time is if you want to have a lighted mock, ask the facility people which side's going to be the darkest. Because that one side over there where Brian and yeah, where they and Julian, where they were, that side was a little darker, but there was more lights on the other side, so that was disappointing for people. The new Hashima, everybody goes on and on about new Hashima. I should do a tipper truck addition to new Hashima. That's what I would like to do. And I do want to make, talking about earlier about the micro scale, I want to make a micro scale tipper truck. I think that'll be the first thing I make, and then I want to see if I can make those in like large quantity, and that'd be like the little gift that I give out to mocks that I like. And much like I was thinking about the snail lady, yeah, that does the little snail challenges. It's like maybe that's what it should be, the tipper challenge. You make different things using the tipper truck bucket in a mock like that. And one more thing I'd like to talk about is they had trivia. like on Saturday, I think it was, or was it Sunday? It was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. There was, after the show, they had a dinner for the exhibitor, which was very nice. That was super awesome, and I really liked them having that because I like food. It was a buffet. But they, Corey, who's one of the Lego masters, he emceed it. He did a great job. And they had trivia at this and a raffle. I didn't win anything at that raffle, but the trivia was very interesting. I was very confident in this trivia, and I got off to a slow start. So they would always show like the top 5 people on after each round. They were using Kahoots, if anybody's familiar with Kahoots. And there were going to be 30 questions in this trivia. So I wasn't answering fast enough. So like whoever answers the fastest and is correct gets the most points, and then it kind of drops down after that. And the longer you take the answer, the less points you get, even if you are correct. And so I was never up on the board, so to speak. And then I missed four questions in a row. I just missed, and they were, to me, nonsense. No. That's incorrect. They're not nonsense. They were valid questions, but they were more like statistics of like how many bricks were made in a year and things like that. So I missed some of those, and one of them there was a controversy in the trivia. It was like, when was the minifigure first introduced? And the only choices were like 1971, 1974, 1975, and 1977, or I can't remember. All the choices were wrong. So I wanted to ask him what that was referencing, because maybe it was something that he found in the research, like when they first started coming up with the idea for the minifigure, because there were prototypes, and the statue figure came out in the mid-70s, and then there were the maxi figures. So I wasn't sure what he meant. I think I put 74 as my answer, and the answer was 1971, according to the trivia. And so we were all like confused. But I think most people missed that one, so it didn't really affect the outcome of the game. But anyway, so the trivia goes along, and so the early questions were more modern and more statistic based. Interesting. One of the questions was about Lego's quality, and I just said Legos. Their quality with the brick, and how many out of a million fail. And I instantly said, I'm going to choose the smallest number on there. I just said, and it was 18. 18 out of 1 million bricks fail. And the only reason I did that, because one, that's a statistic coming from Lego, and two, of course they're going to make it say their quality's amazing. And I got that one right. I mean, I answered that one quick. But I still wasn't up on the leaderboard. So it was like Duck Bricks and Maticus and M&R and Rodrigo Blankenship were like on the board a lot. And I was like, man, they're doing good. Sorry, Ryan. I went up and asked him, I was like, is Sans helping you? And I said, that probably sounded bad, because it made it sound like I wasn't confident in Ryan's knowledge. He had knowledge of certain things, because he's actually more up to date on like tweets and post of recency things, and so that's why they were getting a lot of those questions right that I was missing. I was like, is Sans helping you? Because Sans is... there's another guy, I think his minifigure collector is his handle on YouTube. He would have cakewalked through this thing to the podium with 30 correct answers, but he wasn't there. So anyway, it goes on. I'm never up there to those last 5 questions. I don't even remember what they were, but I got them all right. And in the end, I get the thing, that last question. I answered it super quick, and it said, you're on the podium. And I was like, did I win? And I was like, no, I was 3rd place. So I went from never being on the board At the end, I was on third place. Maticus won, and then I forgot what the other one. It was another one. They used a generic name. I don't know who it was, but yeah, I got third place in trivia. It was. I was expecting to win. I was a little overconfident, and if I had just remembered that the owner of Lego was not Olay, it was it Sophie? See, I got that question wrong because I knew it wasn't Olay, but I still answered Olay. I think if I had gotten that question right, I would have won, but I got it wrong. So it was just fun, and I think they handled it very well. And congratulations to Maticus, who won fair and square. There's no conspiracy here. But I was very proud that in the end I got on the podium, and so yeah, I'm tooting my own horn here, but uh, I just when the questions deal with the older stuff, I feel like I'm always going to do pretty good with those. In the modern stuff, I'm not going to do as well. So it kind of balanced it and made it fun for everybody. So a great job with the trivia at Atlanta BrickCon. So that's just some of the things at Atlanta BrickCon. I'll probably be posting more videos of things that I saw. I do plan to go next year in 2025, and I may even try to go to one of the other shows that's not too far away from here. I'm just not sure if I can get the time off from work and go, but overall, a great show. Met a lot of nice people. Sometimes people for the first time I've met them, and yeah, I was really glad to see Daniel Citron, a highlight of the show. Mark Staffa's uh, amazing 1/7 scale Union Pacific big boy, just amazing. And I know I didn't mention a lot of people that had things. It was never be. If I didn't mention you, please don't feel bad because I'm just trying to do this off the top of my head. And I'll probably be talking about it later in another video. But I'll be back tomorrow in a different shirt. Thanks for watching this video. And I'll see you maybe at another brick convention.